6:59. It's 7. All right, it's 7 o'clock. We'll call this meeting to order. We'll have Mr. Larry Madison say our prayer.
Y'all stand and join me in prayer, please. Father, we come to you at this time in meeting tonight for the benefit of the city. We ask that you be here among us, and we ask that you lead, guide, and direct these council members and the mayor, Lord, in the decisions that we made tonight. And be with the people who are here. And when we're finished with our business tonight, lead us all home safely. And God, we just thank you so much for all the blessings you've bestowed upon us, Lord, and especially the privilege of living in a city like Hartselle. And again, we just pray that you will be here among us tonight. Help this council make the decisions that are best for the city and pleasing to you. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. I'd like to do our roll call for us.
Council President Gill.
Here.
Councilmember Baker. Councilmember Yeager.
Here.
Councilmember Alexander.
Here.
Councilmember Swafford.
Here.
Mayor Evans.
Here.
City Attorney Mayor Madison. Here.
Awesome. All right. Well, we'll get right down to it. We don't have any unfinished business. So we'll go right to new business. We have item number 5, and it will help if I put my glasses on because I can't read this. Resolution 26-0609, reject all bids for Sparkman Park landscape and irrigation package.
Yes, and I'm presenting that. So you'll notice the document that was provided for you on June the 4th. We executed the bid submission and opening of the Sparkman Park landscaping and irrigation package. The budget that was provided to us by our owner's representative, Game Day, and their consultant was roughly $450,000. You'll see here the lowest bid was $995,000, and the highest bid was nearly $1.9 million. And due to the excessive overage, my recommendation is that we reject all bids for the landscaping and irrigation package and regroup and move forward with a different plan.
We've heard the mayor's explanation. I think what she's saying is you can approve this if you'd like to, but she does not recommend it. So do I have a motion to, or do I need a motion to reject?
A motion to reject.
A resolution has been drafted, so in order to formalize the rejection.
All right, I'll take a motion.
Motion to reject.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion or questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And there is none. Resolution passes. Item number 6, Resolution 26-0609A, authorize the establishment of a new bank account at Regions Bank. The mayor or Rita will be doing this?
She wants me to do that.
Okay, Miss Rita is going to do that for us.
As all the council is aware, when the agreement with Sports Facilities Management was executed, part of that agreement was an operating account be established by the city at our bank, which we are currently using Regions Bank for a operating account for SFM. They would deposit all revenue that's generated from the park and pay all expenses from that account. This resolution will authorize the same signers on the account as all the other city accounts have, along with SFM representatives. And it also provides that the opening deposit for the account will be determined by the mayor and myself after reviewing the budget for SFM. And Mr. Madison did look over my resolution and made a few little tweaks. I think he's good with it.
And if I can contribute, the expectation is we'll have that, they're calling it a stub year budget by June the 19th.
So we would go over it the last meeting of June or the first meeting of June?
We'll review it and approve it.
And this resolution is just required by the bank to open the account.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure what our time line is.
It authorizes the mayor and Rita to handle that. That's what this does.
Awesome. Thank you. You've heard the explanation. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? There is none. Resolution passes. Item number 7, authorize the mayor to sign agreement with GTech LLC for geotechnical services for the new library event center project. Ben?
Library Event Center. This agreement will cover any type of inspection services related to geotechnical work related to soil and concrete testing for that bid, as well as the vertical construction bid that'll happen just after that. Total came to around $38,905 for these services. This is part of the already approved budget that we have passed for this project.
Awesome. You've heard Ben's explanation. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion or questions?
Check your mic.
Anybody else? Nope. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? There is none. Item passes. Item number 8, consider new job description revisions and pay grade adjustment for Public Works Director. Ms. Tiffany?
Hello. I am here as the last piece of the supervision for transition from maintenance crew in Parks and Rec to Public Works. So as part of that, I am requesting a revision to the Public Works Director's job description that increases that pay grade from a 117 to 118 to reflect the expanded scope of the new responsibilities. And it also adds a little blurb about, as well as park maintenance in the job description. So it really changes 2 things, pay grade and adds park maintenance on there.
Okay. Heard Tiffany's explanation. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any questions? Nope. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? There's none. Passes. Item number 9, declare item surplus for administration IT. Mr. Shawn?
Good evening. I'd like for y'all to declare the items listed before you surplus. Some will be disposed of on gut deals, some will be sent back to AT&T for a bill credit. A couple of items will be just destroyed.
Okay. You've heard Sean's explanation. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There's none. Thank you, sir. Well, that was quick and painless. All right, now we have a very important item on the agenda, and I think Chief McDermott will be, and the mayor.
Let me honor our officer of the quarter before we do the swearing.
Awesome. Yes, sir.
It's been kind of busy lately, so she won officer of the quarter for the first quarter of 2026, and it's going to be Alyssa Davis. If she'd just come up here. Alyssa came to us as an intern and had no ambitions of being a patrol officer. But then she worked with us in investigations, and then she'd go out on patrol and do patrol work. Well, the next thing you know, Alyssa decided that she enjoyed the ever-changing daily routine of patrol. And at the time, you know, it's kind of grueling. You got to run a mile and a half in 15 minutes, 28 seconds. You got to do so many push-ups, so many sit-ups. Well, she couldn't do it at first. And she overcome so much adversity to be able to, blow that test out of the water. She went to the academy and finished academically first and just made us so proud. And then to this day, Alyssa's out here just on fire doing an excellent job. She's very active, and then we get no complaints on her at all. We've never got a complaint. An active officer typically gets complaints just because you pulled me over and they complain about it. But Alyssa's a great officer. One thing I'd like to point out is Officer of the Quarter is nominated by officers at the police department. It's nothing that me and the assistant chief do. It's all the officers that do that. So they nominated her, and everybody voted for her. So I would just like to present her with the Officer of the Quarter certificate And you just hold that and you get your picture made. Herb, he's the president of Citizens Police Academy, and he's got something.
Yes, in appreciation for your work in being selected as the officer reporter, the Hartselle Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association would like to present you with a little token of appreciation. Thank you very much.
Now we have a couple of officers to swear in. One of these officers, we'll do Nick first. Nicholas Buchanan come to us after a stint at Colvin Sheriff's Office. Nick, you've got what, 10 years experience?
ASO since 11%.
Yes, sir. And so he's doing a little field training officer thing that we do to bring people in, show them the way we do stuff. And then he will be on his way very, very soon to be an independent officer. What we do is we do an oath of office that the mayor will conduct, and then we'll do an oath of honor that I will do. So if you just raise your right hand, and then Mayor, if you just read the first section.
I, state your name,
I, Nicholas Buchanan,
solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama
and the ordinances of the City of Hartselle,
and the ordinances of the City of Hartselle,
so long as I continue a citizen thereof,
so long as I continue a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully and honestly
and that I will faithfully and honestly
discharge the duties of, state your rank,
discharge the duties of patrolman
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Great, well done.
I will administer the oath of honor, so just repeat after me. On my honor,
On my honor,
I state your name,
I, Nicholas Buchanan,
will never betray my badge,
will never betray my badge,
my integrity, my character, or the public trust.
or the public trust.
I will always have the courage
I will always have the courage
to hold myself and others accountable for our actions.
to hold myself and others accountable for our actions.
I will always uphold the Constitution,
I will always uphold the Constitution,
my community,
my community,
and the agency I serve.
and the agency I serve.
Congratulations. So if you want, have a seat and we'll get some pictures here.
Okay.
And Sawyer, you ready?
Yes, sir.
I'll let the veteran go first so that you can see what it's all about here.
Raise your right hand. I state your name,
I, Sawyer Reynolds,
solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United
that
States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama
and the ordinances of the City of Hartselle,
and the ordinances of the City of Hartselle,
so long as I continue a citizen thereof,
so long as I continue a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully and honestly
and that I will faithfully and honestly
discharge the duties of, state your rank,
discharge the duties of patrolman
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
All right, now we'll administer the oath of honor. So raise your hand again. On my honor,
On my honor,
I state your name,
I, Sawyer Reynolds,
will never betray my badge,
will never betray my badge,
my integrity, my character, or the public trust.
my integrity, my character, or the public trust.
I will always have the courage
I will always have the courage
to hold myself and others accountable for our actions.
to hold myself and others accountable for our actions.
I will always uphold the Constitution,
I will always uphold the Constitution,
my community,
my community,
and the agency I serve.
and the agency I serve.
And well. Get, Nick, if you want to come back up, get a picture with the mayor right quick. Here's yours back, 'cause I got one on there. Well, get y'all separate.
One more time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Well, after that, Mayor, would you like to do your announcements? Okay.
All right, thank you. And just right off the bat, thank you and congratulations to Alyssa Davis and to Officers Sawyer and Buchanan on this very important day. And it's very important to our community too. So I don't know where y'all went, but thank you so much. I'm very proud of the ability for us to bring in new officers. Also want to say congratulations to the Hartselle High School 6A baseball champions. And we proper recognition. Thank you to Lee Green and Tim Mabry and Larry Vest. They have taken on the project of refurbishing the depot luggage wagons out in front of the old depot. And I said that for my husband. And thank you to the Downtown Business League for the work that they did to help initiate getting some banners for downtown, and to our Public Works Director, David Van Connect, for his work on ordering, and the Public Works team for getting those 250th celebration banners. They're going to be going up here shortly, so be on the lookout for those. The Hartselle Beautification Association is hosting a community cleanup in recognition of America's 250th anniversary. So if you've got an organization that can participate in this, get in touch with Carolyn Wallace for more information and to schedule a day to do that in honor of America's 250th. She will help you get all the equipment, and this will be ongoing through July the 4th. Or really, I should say ongoing through Serve Day, which is July 18th. The Chamber of Commerce is beginning to get that organized. So if you have a team of people that want to be a part of beautifying our city, put it on your calendar for July 18th. The Friends of the Library is soliciting membership and looking for some leadership to help them as they transition to the new library. And our new library is scheduled to be open before year end 2027. We're all very excited about that. Plans are moving along very well. Swim lessons, water aerobics, swim club are all in full swing at the Aquatic Center. Visit the pool for your summer fun. Check out our website for more information. Fall sports registrations are opening within this week. The rec league baseball and softball will be reintroduced for the fall season. So if you've noticed that hasn't been available before, check it out. And we are looking for volunteer coaches. We have a need for that. So pass the word and get ready to help. The 4th of July 250th celebration at Sparkman Park will be from 9 to 2, and it's led by our Patriotic Committee. Thanks to Karen Fuqua and Lee Green, that's a part of their team. See their social media page for a rundown of their events. And just last thing is we had a lively strategic planning meeting last Thursday evening. This community feedback is very useful to us as the department heads and the council begin the process of starting the 2027 budget cycle. And this just helps them to be informed about how to prioritize those spends. We will be looking to organize volunteer teams to continue those discussions and just keep that momentum going in a forward way. So very, very positive information that came out of that meeting.
Awesome.
That's it. Yeah.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilwoman Yeager.
Yes, so not this Saturday, but next Saturday, June 20th, is our Taste of the Downtown. Get your tickets at My Downtown Hartselle Facebook page. The class of 2026 lost a great student and friend who is known as Winchie. And to the Ariel family and friends and graduates of 2026, I'm so sorry for your loss. My heart breaks for you. My family and I are praying for you. Thank you to the police and first responders for all you do in keeping the community safe.
Thank you. Mike?
I want to commend the police department, since most of you are here tonight. Fire, Public Works, utilities. Last Monday, I think, was the bizarre storms that came through that left a lot in their wake, but y'all did a great job. I was listening to the scanner, and then I had to pass some of y'all as you were flagging me through the intersections that the lights weren't working at, so y'all did great. That's all.
I'd just like to say in the police department to welcome aboard the new ones, and also Davis, thank you so much for everything you've done in service, and I'm glad you chose to go that way too. And the Hartselle team, congratulations.
Mr. Larry?
Yeah, I would just like to welcome the new officers aboard. I'm sure I'll be seeing you in city court soon enough. We'll get to know each other. But congratulations on your award. Very well deserved. We appreciate your service. Thank you very much.
Ms. Rita?
I'll just echo that. Congratulations to our new officers. Looking forward to meeting you, and congratulations to Alyssa. That's great. We're proud of you.
Ditto to everything that was said there. So without further ado, if anyone from the audience would like to come and speak, please come to the podium and state your name and address. You'll have 3 minutes. Yeah, if you'd like to speak. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, see who I am. My name is Dwight Neal Smith. Most folks know me as Neal Smith. I moved to Hartselle in 1969. I married Brenda, May 26.
Your address. Your address.
What is your street address?
My address now?
Yes, sir.
1026 Clint Drive, Southeast.
All right.
I was gonna get around to that.
I got
That's
you.
okay. Let's get started off right. Okay, anyway, I married Brenda May 24th, 1969. We lived on Broadway Street for 3 years, then moved out in the country on Buffalo Road to 1988. Then we built a new house, had 29 stairs in it. So in 2013, we decided we need to get out of this big house. We moved back to Hartselle to 1026 Clint Drive.
Yes, sir.
Neighbors to Rita, neighbor to Ellie Shanefeld, Robert Clemens, so y'all know most of those folks. Anyway, what's happened now is that before I decided to buy that house, I talked to Ellie Shanefeld, Robert Clemens, and Jeff Johnson, and they said, yes, you can, everything be out here, because I told them I wanted to build a big garage there. A 2-story garage, and by the covenant restrictions of the subdivision, that's okay. So, anyway, but Jeff told me you'll have to do something about the drainage because there's lots of water coming down across there. And we discussed it with Jeff and Ellie Shanefeld, and we excavated a trench from the home next door to me, who belongs to Mr. Bodine, behind my property, on down to Ms. Linda Cave's property. And it worked well. The drainage, everything worked very well. And then about a month ago, my next door neighbor, Mr. Bodine, acquired a vicious dog. Now, what does that have to do with the trench? I'm gonna tell you. So anyway, this dog is vicious. I don't mean that he just growls a little. He tries to eat the fence down between me and him. So, you come and look.
I believe you.
All right. But anyway, this dog is, it looks like maybe a black lab, but it's, when he comes to the fence and I can see all of his fangs and teeth, well, the ditch plays a part in this too, because to keep the dog from getting under the fence, he has attached, I have pictures to show if someone wants to see what it looks like. Anyway, he extended the board from the fence down into the ditch, and now the ditch is filled with the debris, pine straw and stuff, so it stops the water from draining away. And so now all the water that once went down the ditch is coming across my patio. And I have pictures. I'd be glad to pull them out and let you see. Water gets 3 or 4 inches deep on my patio because he has dammed up the ditch to keep from water, to keep the dog from getting out. But the dog is the problem. I cannot go out, put out my garbage. The dog tries to get under the fence, over the fence, anyway to get to me. I'm 84 years old. I'm terrified of that dog. If he gets out, it's gonna hurt me, truly. And what I'm here for is to ask, what can I do? I called and someone told me there is no ordinance against barking dogs, vicious dogs. But what's gonna happen is this dog is gonna get out and it's going to come get me. And I'm asking for help. I do have pictures to show you how deep the water gets and where he's dammed up the ditch. And the man, I've tried to talk to him, and he's unapproachable.
Has the dog attacked anyone?
Excuse me?
Has it attacked anyone? Like, is there a record of it attacking anyone?
Oh, I have no idea.
Has it got out?
He don't, well, he acquired the dog. I'm sure that someone gave him the dog, and now I know why someone gave him the dog.
But it hasn't gotten out yet.
Huh?
It has not gotten out yet that you know of.
Well, no.
Okay.
If the dog had gotten out, I wouldn't be here.
So Larry, do we need to just
Oh,
have
good
David
dog.
go look at the drainage ditch and
Yeah, but
to
there's,
start with?
one problem's gonna be whether that's a public or private ditch.
Right.
And out in the county, you can divert water onto your, you cannot divert water. In the city, water is a common enemy. You can back it up on your own property or back it up on your neighbor's property if you want to. Now, there's some limitations on that, but they have different rules in the city than apply in the county. But we'll look at it. It may be a public drainway, but yeah, I think it's best to let David look at it.
Okay.
He
We'll
can
start
talk
with
to me about
David.
it. We'll get some facts and figure it out.
But he had problems with the water before I moved there.
Right.
And he said he was gonna put in, some fresh drains. Well, with fresh drain, you have to have someplace for water to run to. So
Absolutely.
anyway, I paid for everything that was done. What Ellie Shanefield did, digging the ditch, Hannah, landscaping came, leveled everything, tilled it and leveled it all out, resodded it with sod, and,
And there's a possibility that drain could be on our city right away.
well, I need help before I get bitten, attacked by a
Mr.
dog.
Madison, can you explain what our limits are regarding the dog?
Yeah, basically, the dog has to attack somebody before we can initiate any kind of action.
Yeah.
That'd be too late.
I don't disagree with you, but you gotta think who can be the person that goes out and says that's a vicious dog and that's not if it hasn't attacked anyone. I understand, that's frustrating, but, everybody has rights, but there's nothing.
And there is a new amendment coming out to the law this fall. We'll look at it and see if it might apply. I haven't studied it yet because it's not in effect yet. but we'll look at it.
Okay.
What we can do is look at the ditch. There's not much we can do about the dog at this point, but the ditch, we can ask our public works director to come and review it and see if there's any
It's
solution.
on private property. I mean, part of it's on his, and the fence that he has attached to stop the ditch up is his fence.
Right.
But it stopped up I can show you pictures of
Sure.
how deep the water is
Yes, sir. And
now that he's done
we'll get out and look at that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
that.
Anyone else like to speak? Someone else?
Hello, my name is Jacob Knapp. My address is 711 Short Street. I believe Mr. Madison knows my previous address. Also the owner of 801 Frost Street. So a year ago, I was served with a summons to appear because someone complained about a strip of grass next to my fence and Nelson Street that I had left for wildflowers. Apparently they didn't like the wildflowers. So I went to court and have asserted my religious exemption as to the care for creation and God's planet and all the creatures there within. Well, it's been a year, and I, up till last week, was still appearing in court for that same summons, being denied my First Amendment right, not to mention my 14th Amendment right, under the U.S. Constitution, as well as the Alabama Constitution, Article 1, Section 3, Article 1, Section 3.02, Amendment 622, Section 1, which was adopted in 1998, Section 3, Section 5, Section 5.2, Section 5.2C, Section 6A, B, Section 7A, Executive Order Number 733, which was signed in 2023 by Kate Ivey, all to ensure the rights of religious practice and the, how did she say it? Right to worship God according to the dictates of his or her own conscience, and that any order should be implemented to the maximum extent possible as not to infringe or have the least amount of burden on that religious freedom. So, like I said, I've been going to court for a year. Sometimes I get a phone call and say, oh, your court date's been moved, but I've not been given a reason why, and I continue to faithfully show up in court to assert my religious freedoms. I'm glad to see that Mr. Madison is a man of God leading us in prayer tonight, and I thank you for that. I know the mayor has stated that she is also a woman of religion and faith, and I presume that most everybody in this room is also a person of faith of one sort or another. And I believe we all have the right, through all those constitutional amendments and executive orders, to exercise those rights. Again, to the best of our ability and to the least pressure from the government on expressing those rights. So the code in question is for tall grass, weeds, and vegetation. And I believe the vegetation is the part that has left the ambiguity against me personally and my religious freedom. Because I would like to point out that I have been around the city and I have not seen a single property that is within code if the code is no vegetation taller than 12 inches. There is, well, personally, my new yard at Short Street has bushes that are over 12 inches. It doesn't have any trees, but it does have bushes. And there is some ornamental grass that was left by the previous owners, also over 12 inches. So in that respect, I would assume that I'm out of compliance with code again, as is every other property in the city of Hartselle. I cannot find one property that would strictly fit that definition. So the fact that I've been going to court for a year to try and defend these rights and have not been heard for one reason or another, somebody's absent, my lawyer didn't show up, I ended up switching to a different lawyer, like whatever the case may be, I've been going and steadily defending my right. I'm selling that house now, so I'm currently removing some of the vegetation. And today, before I could even come see you fine folks, I get served with 4 more summons for the manner in which I'm removing the vegetation. So now it feels like I'm being personally attacked for my.
I'm going to advise you, no comments, okay? There's ongoing criminal charges here. Don't want anything jeopardizing that.
Okay.
But the manner in which he's having the grass removed or the vegetation is with goats, which is entirely illegal where he's got them.
Yeah.
And that's his manner of that's what he's talking about. So you know. But I'm going to advise you, nobody here, please do not comment. You could jeopardize an ongoing criminal procedure.
Which has been the case the entire year. Nobody has made any comment. We've sent a letter,
You'll
me and
get
my
some
attorney
comments
sent a
from
letter,
court this month,
and the
brother.
letter that we got back was there will be no comment on this.
Well,
So they just
unfortunately,
wanna drag it out.
your time is up tonight, so thank you. But I've been advised not to say anything by the attorney. Thank you, sir.
So for the past year, I've been going
I've
through
said
and
your
I
time is up,
have no
sir.
comment.
Please go sit down.
Now I don't have any more time.
You don't have any more time. I gave you 7 minutes instead of 3. Thank you. All right, anyone else like to speak?
They're gonna do it to me, they're gonna do it to y'all.
You can keep it down, or you can get out while having an officer escort you. We're conducting business here. Thank you, I'm sorry. Chief, can you handle that for me? Thank you.
My name's Kyle Lineberger, 1709 Burke Road. First, I'd like to thank y'all for the transparency y'all have had. I know that's opened y'all up to a lot of criticism from the public, which I guess every public figure is used to that, but I just wanted to say thank you for the transparency. We haven't had that in the past.
I'm sorry, Kyle, I didn't get your address.
1709 Burke Road.
Thank you.
I guess you could call me an expert on converting turf grass to native meadows. I do this for a living. I have tens of millions of dollars of contracts doing this all over the country. Other municipalities, state parks, DOTs, large corporations and large industrial parks. We do this all over the place, converting traditional turf grass areas and traditional landscaping over to natives and native landscaping, which, by the way, this is all subject, not what I'm getting at, but we oftentimes come in $10 to $15 million cheaper than traditional landscapers and landscaping, and our clients are more pleased with the results than going with traditional landscaping. So I'd love to talk to you about Spartan Parks maybe in the future. But anyways, I'd love to see a law change, the law change from that would allow people to possibly have native meadows in their yard, and I could help create some of those guidelines to where maybe it needs to be native. Borders need to be mowed and manicured to where it's more respectable looking. There's multiple ways to go about this, but that's for people who are wanting to convert their turf grass over to native meadows. I also think that probably should be a certain percentage of native wildflowers and not just tall grass, because that's what ends up looking bad. But there's also active grasslands inside the city limits. There's a plant called Porter's Goldenrod, and I think I've said this up here before in the past, but it was first discovered in 1846, like 20 years before the Civil War happened, and it hadn't been seen since that day until 2003, when a guy was driving through Hartselle and stopped on the side of the road and took a collection of a goldenrod that ended up being this Porter's Goldenrod that hadn't been seen in 140 years. And it's growing in the city limits of Hartselle. Globally rare. He talked about religion, like it was put here, and it's our responsibility to take care of it. And so that guy, it took him 3 years to figure out it was Porter's Goldenrod. By the time he came back, 31 had been widened and the population was lost. And so this plant was thought to be extinct. It's rarer than any of our federally endangered plants because it wasn't able to be listed because they thought it was extinct. Well, I rediscovered it in 2022, I think, inside the city limits of Hartselle on a lot that has, it looks, most people would probably think it looks horrible, but it was a overgrown lot and has the rarest plant in the world. Like, it has the rarest plant rating in the world. 2 populations. There's one in Tennessee and one inside the city limits of Hartselle. And I think last year there might have been a population found out west Morgan County or east Morgan County, but 3 populations in the world this plant grows in the city limits. So, changing those laws, I hope would protect places like that have really rare species that don't grow anywhere else. But anyways, if y'all would like any help on creating those laws, I'd be glad to offer my expertise on that, and would love to talk about the city park, I think, or Spartan Park. I think there's ways to go about that would cut costs. So anyways, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Anyone else that would like to speak? Yes, sir. Come on down. You have to remind me your address.
Yeah.
Doing well, sir.
I just got one question here.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to give us your name and address, Mr.
My
Chairman.
name is George Herring,
Yes, sir.
concerned citizen.
Okay.
I want to ask about Bethel
George, you
Street
gotta give us your
and
address.
Georgia Street.
Can I have your address?
My address?
Yes, sir.
1454 March Drive.
Okay, thank you.
Northwest parcel. Just want to ask about Georgia Street and Bethel Street. Are they on the list to be paid anytime?
They are now.
They are.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's going to be July, right? When they start fixing the holes. And unfortunately, it's going to bleed into school traffic, but that's not, we can't really do anything about that. But is it July?
Early fall.
Like August, September.
I thought they were coming to fix holes in July.
Yeah, we'll try to do some
Patching.
So we're going to do some fixing of those big holes in July or August. And then after that, the paving crew is supposed to come and pave those roads.
And Ben, am I right
Yes,
that
sir.
Hartselle Utilities
Yes,
is
sir.
going to be doing some repair work as well before that happens?
Yep. So there's going to be a lot of construction, Mr. Herring, through there, but hopefully it'll be better when we get done. All right. Thank you. Anyone else? All right. With that, I will ask for a motion to.
Motion to adjourn.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Okay, I think-